Wow, it's almost like being back at high school. In case you haven't quite realised or clicked a video without looking at the title. Yeah. There was a vote on my Discord, and we've been blessed with Komi-San. And if you were following along on my Discord or had a look at the voting channel, you would know that the things on there were things that I have previously read a little bit of, to varying degrees. But with Komi-san, that was ever so slightly different. Because, well, my version is entirely in Japanese. I do know a little, so I can somewhat get some of it. If it makes you feel any better, though, I'm really looking forward to this anime adaptation. And also, I should probably put this down. Let's begin. A grand dream. I wish I had even a tenth of that. If anyone has actually acted like this to someone that they see in the street, can't help yourself. Unfortunately, not really a pain I've had to deal with too much. For some reason, animals seem to love me. Even when I wish they didn't. Places to be. And of course, whenever you have someone that is drawing so much of a crowd of people's attention, you'll have others that are just trying to carry on. Struggling to come up with a sentence after just the slow just well done. And also, this is bringing up some very relatable issues from my time in high school. Outside of my own small, personal friend group, yeah, no, I had a lot of trouble speaking to people. If you can guess that. These people need help. To think that to draw that kind of admiration from just existing. was long over before he even started. I like it. The little 16-bit character. And what's with the girl wearing... Really? A boom mic? Okay. Wearing a full plate armor. What she said spoke mounds for her. Teacher. Through effortless precision of just writing your name. Where's the confetti coming from? And, really doing that well now. Yeah, that was the joke. So far, from what I expected when I heard that this was getting an adaptation, this is quite high. Put the phone away, especially in class. Quite high production value. Yeah, ninja. Where exactly was that originally headed? I think he just has poor aim. That wasn't meant to hit his hand. Sure, I've seen this meme somewhere. My own personal brand of getting out of situations. Pretend it doesn't happen. Probably employed that one far too often. Caught in the wake of everything else. First a confession. Wow. Any more? Yeah. The thing is, there is certain aspects of Komi that I do know, because obviously I've read, but... I'm getting like vibes from other shows that I've watched kind of mixed in here. And because of the style of the manga, maybe... but good thing he caught her before she crossed the threshold. I wish someone would reached out to me like this. Jelly legs. No. I think she should release an album. And pretty sure that was a sound effect for nod or something, isn't it? Could he? When, I don't remember that bit. When people do have issues communicating, there are other ways to go about it. Writing would not be one that would... Ooh, the chalk powder falling. One that would have helped me. It was a good start. Already run away. What was that face? Being able to converse, well, from being surrounded by everyone. Being able to converse with someone for the first time, of course you wouldn't want to give that up so quickly. Especially when someone's so open, honest. Cow in dirt. Does she not hear what people were saying to her when they were crowding her? But when someone can openly bare their soul like this to someone that they've just met on the first day, because she opened it with that first sentence she wrote. Yeah. The anxiety of what if situations. Yeah, but she's opened the floodgates now. I can't stop her. I have high anxiety about so much. It makes normal situations do people hiccup like that? It can make any kind of normal situation significantly harder. Especially when they are, and usually in the case of social situations, highly aware of it as well. Ureshi. Slightly happy that she mentioned his name. By proxy, she was being a bother to him. But after the first bit of her little speech there, where she's trying and tried for 3 years straight just to talk, who could walk away from that? Such a polite bow. Looks like his normal high school life of not making waves or anything. Immediately out the window. Also, can we just admire the brilliance of using the the whiteboard. And over the years, it's gotten a lot easier for me to be able to talk and communicate. But there's still situations where it can be difficult. Also, is the teacher going to come back at some point and just be like, where the fuck is all the chalk gone? Just the specks that we see down there. Such a good touch. Now I would have to pause it all to be able to catch the entirety of this. Even if it was in English, I'd have to pause it to catch all of it. So. 100 is asking a bit much, but for every journey, there's a beginning. And you've just realised what you've said. Yoroshiku. And for some of us, really breaking the... I actually ran faster than I was just hiding around the pillar. Some of us, even normal things can be such a turning point. Do you need to come up with a title yourself? Are we getting a psychiatrist view of it? Whether it be fear of how people will take it, or something even more deep-rooted than that. I like that, the internalised wish being caught in the window. And obviously I know a few of the friends as well, and they are characters. But as a kick-off to a show, I really didn't... from the manga, it was nice, it was good, but I didn't expect it, especially after some things, to be kind of this level. And if it wasn't for her being kind of stunned in place anytime anyone greets her. Everything would be so much easier. Almost there, just a few more syllables. Oh, 2. We're actually making progress. Start with some vocal practice, an entire phrase, one that is also tailored to her and kind of embarrassing to say out loud. Good talk. First she was afraid. Now she's petrified. She did say she wanted to be a little bolder. As long as she doesn't just give up. That's the case. Let's rewind. As long as you don't give up, keep working at it. Those 3 years practice she had must have been worth something. Yep, engine. Okay, now we're seeing the beginnings of a tournament arc. What has he gotten himself into? I think she broke. It's going to be quite one-sided conversations. I've said it several times now, but being one that has experienced it myself, trying to force yourself through it is definitely one way, and I think that's kind of what I ended up doing. And obviously, without taking that first step, you always be putting it off. So the fear of starting it is worse than carrying on. You saw what happened there. As soon as she was able to talk a little, full whiteboard. And with something kind of so transient as writing on a whiteboard, or even just speech, why do we hold so much tension, at least some of us, in what we say? He has a great reading voice. And actually, I remember being in English classes, being told to read in front of the class with different people, took turns, etc. Oh God. So many of us were so awkward and awful. Such a beautiful passage. I guess the curriculum is screwed. Visually stunning. And a story that I am somewhat more inclined to connect with, and characters that, from what I've read so far, I quite like. Has it been converted into an anime that is quite decent? Yeah. A lot better than another one that I was anticipating. If you don't know what one I'm talking about, check out my channel. Also, you can leave below your own personal favourites for things that have not really been handled all too well. But for this one, great. I can only really expect when people start getting revealed, the rest of the class. Also, can we just appreciate the fact that not only accidentally stumbling across someone's issue by being knocked out and waking up at the opportune moment, not turning... Well, he tried to run first, let's ignore that bit. Not turning away from their issue and actually actively trying to help them through it with no personal goal in mind other than not being tossed aside and, well, the target of several assassination plots. We can easily be embarrassed by the smallest of things. Being caught impersonating a cat is one of them. Although, current year me, everything I've been through recently, since the start of the channel actually, pretty much I should be completely incapable of being embarrassed. In fact, even if I feigned embarrassment now, someone would bring up a clip of the Girls and Panzer episode, so, why not embrace it? I know I'm awful and my content is probably scraping the proverbial barrel, but some people like to see chaos. I'm here to provide that. Thankfully, Komi-San might be the break in the clouds that I need. And if anyone feels like that, let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel to not miss out when I upload next. Maybe even join onto my Discord. Or just leave a comment down below. And if that's too much, maybe a like will do. But whether you're trying to make 100 friends, talk a little more, or just not be hated on your first day of school, put in a little effort, and it will pay off. Hell, I succeeded. What's your excuse? See you in the next one. If it wasn't for my patrons, I would still be left without a voice. And despite some people probably thinking that would be for the best, I need to thank Electric Ant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Mats, Moaha, Stinsfire, Gurley, Grey19, Saltytron, Cardboard, Croyville, Jennifer Rojas, Alvin Garcia Santiago, D. Firo, Dark Shadow 7899, Defender of Segs, Ginterman, Finez Kid, Maurizio Lascano, and everyone else. And hopefully I can learn a thing or two from this show about making friends. And if you want to help me on my journey, consider joining my Patreon as well.